Hey, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to make a quick video talking about my experience in the Gamescom media server for Marvel Rivals. I'm just going to kind of talk about how it was for me and everything I got to do and just throw some gameplay in the background. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy, just yapping about the overall experience. No one asked me to do this, no one from the Marvel Rivals team said I had to do this or anything. I just wanted to share. That's all. First of all, speaking of the Marvel Rivals team, I do just want to thank them for including me in this small playtest. Let's be real, none of us really know why I was chosen. My channel was under 1,000 subs at the time. I had a few videos pop off in the past. I stream very rarely these days. I am not a big time creator by any means, and I am certainly not a pro player, as you will see in a lot of my gameplay in the background here. On top of that, I'm not even in the Marvel Rivals official creator program. But all of that being said, the only thing I can think of is my consistency and my enthusiasm for the game. I'm covering as much as I can for the game, pumping out gameplay videos, trying to cover news, and just overall grinding. And I will continue to grind, so hopefully I'll be chosen for more opportunities like this in the future. The main reason I hope I get chosen for more events like this is that I just had an absolute blast getting to play with people that I probably have no right even being in the same lobby with, and may never be in the same lobby with again. I got to play with Necros, a bunch of the Nightmare peeps, and a ton of other content creators that I never knew about before that I now follow and consume their content. It was just a really awesome experience for me, and I tried to make the most of it. The same reasoning is why I didn't get to upload as many games for this playtest as I would have liked. The competition was just so much higher than I'm used to, and I am most definitely not a pro at these type of games. So, quote unquote, good games were hard to come by. But I did manage to get a few that I've shared, and some that I still need to go through and upload. I was also able to get some funny clips and some good plays I might chop up for a highlight video or just throw into this one. As for the test itself, in case you haven't been keeping up with the news for this game and this is the first you're hearing about it, the test ran alongside the Marvel Rivals coverage at Gamescom, where they revealed a new trailer featuring Captain America and the Winter Soldier. The server was designed for content creators and media only to get to play with those new characters. The new maps they showed in the trailer were not included. It was basically just the same exact build as the CBT, just with Cap and Bucky added. Cap was way more fleshed out and ready to go compared to the Winter Soldier as far as details go, but they were both fully operational for combat and gameplay. If you're wondering how I feel about the characters themselves, I think they were both a lot of fun. Bucky is a bit harder for me to play personally. My aim isn't the best, as some of you know. I'm probably not aggressive enough to fully utilize his dive potential, and I would have had a lot more Bucky games to share on the channel, but I botched his ult more than you would think, despite how easy it looks sometimes. As for Captain America, I honestly think he will be my go-to tank, and probably my main until they add Deadpool. I still really like Scarlet Witch as well, and will continue to make a lot of content for her, but I really enjoyed Cap's playstyle and kit in this playtest, and I've always been a big Cap fan, so I see myself gravitating towards him a lot, especially if I'm forced to tank or looking to play tank during a gaming session. Probably the worst part of the test is due to the small amount of people invited to the playtest, the queue times were horrendous. Depending on the time of the day you got to sit down and play, you could easily be in queue for over an hour and not find a game. A lot of people resulted to doing practice versus AI games or just straight up bot games, and the best way to find games was to do customs, but everyone wasn't always on at around the same times. Time zone differences and whatnot. It just overall was pretty rough to get games. I wanted to make a lot more content, but I also didn't want to upload a bunch of bot games. So it kind of stifled my creativity a little bit in that regard, considering the type of content I mostly release on the channel, which is, just no commentary gameplay videos. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share a little bit of the experience I had with you all. I hope there's an open beta sooner rather than later so you all can play Captain America and the Winter Soldier as well. If there isn't an open beta, at least we don't have to wait super long for the game to release on December 6th. The last thing I wanted to touch on was that we hit 1,000 subs during this playtest. I have been trying to get a YouTube channel to 1K subs and monetization for about the last 6 or 7 years, but my focus was always on writing and super niche stuff because if you don't know, I've written books. I have some ebooks on Amazon. I was really pushing my writing content with a channel called Fantasy Distractions that has a huge back catalog of short stories, if you're into that sort of thing, to go check out. But I finally decided to just go all in on gaming when that wasn't really working. And I started doing that earlier in the year when Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out, and I was steadily making progress. And then when I got into the Marvel Rivals Alpha and the channel absolutely blew up in just a few months, it was a big turning point for me, as you can imagine. I am extremely grateful to everyone that has viewed, commented, and of course subbed to the channel. I'm going to keep grinding, keep pumping out the Marvel Rivals content, and just try to be as consistent as I can from now until release and beyond. I am 100% open to feedback and ideas. Anything you want to see on the channel, please let me know. I understand I'm not perfect. When it comes to the writing channel and the content there, I was pretty confident and had a full understanding of what I wanted to do. With gaming, it's mostly a lot easier to make the videos, but it also can be a bit more complicated when trying to put out different content, especially if I continue to fully commit to Marvel Rivals and not branch out and go variety. So definitely give me feedback and let me know so I could shape this into a channel that is fun to put together for me and fun to watch for all of you. All right, I just want to say thank you one last time, so thank you, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.